Okay, and it looks like without further delay, here is Serenmew playing Super Mario 64 16-star for you.
Oh wait, is that my cue? Sorry, I didn't realize you were in the live room. Hello everybody, my name is Saren. I'm here to make you guys watch something before you watch McDonald's, the real hype event everybody's looking forward to. You guys gotta watch some Super Mario 64, which I think is pretty exciting. I'm pretty excited to showcase it because it's my favorite game ever, pretty much. Between this and Ocarina of Time, but I guess we will get started. I probably should say when we start, right? Like countdown, poggers. Hi, Jacko. I'm gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So 16 star is a quote-unquote meme category according to the community at large. However, it's also a vintage any percent category. So back before there was SBLJ, the fastest way to beat the game was to use the rabbit in the basement, clip through the 30-star door, beat the Fire Sea Bowser, get the key upstairs, and then do BLJs all the way up to Sky, which is this route. It's generally considered to be one of the best beginner routes to learn in this game, just because very short. It's like 20 minutes. Even for a beginner, getting like sub 20 is pretty reasonable. And there's a couple big tricks, like BLJs are pretty tricky, but you know, getting your first BLJ really doesn't take too long, and honestly, it's addicting. Like when you realize like how much power you have, you can just break through walls. It's like, man. So skipping past Lakitu, just sitting there at the door, doesn't really realize that we've walked past him. Pretty sick technique. Ah, okay. We're gonna try one more time. So this is a technique called lobby backwards long jump. So you can clip into this pillar here and use that to do a bunch of backwards long jumps. If you get enough speed, the right amount of speed, you can clip through this door, totally skipping the beginning of the game. The worst way to start out this level. The developers graciously made long jumping and ground pounding pretty much the same inputs, just slightly different timings. So even at like extremely high level speedruns, you'll see people like Lunar Jump and Kano and like insane gamers just like ground pounding instead of long jumping. Oh man, okay. Ah! Okay. Okay, it's okay. Nobody panic. The goal is sub 20 here. We're not trying to break any barriers. I might close my mouth here for a second.
Well, I will take that second.
Brother. Go ahead, go ahead. You don't have to worry about messing me up. I'm messing myself up more. You'll help me by talking, I promise.
I will take that time then to mention that with McDonald's passing, we are adding new incentives. Looks like we have a bonus game of Sonic Advance 3. It's on the schedule for tomorrow with a goal threshold of $1,000. So you do have some time on that. It is on the schedule midway through tomorrow, but you can start putting your donations towards it just so you have something to allocate to when you put your donations in. But we also have an incentive for the Sonic the Hedgehog runner fursuit cam. So I can't imagine that that is not going to be a popular incentive with this crowd. So those two are now for you to select.
You're saying furries will want to see someone running in a fursuit? Question mark?
Yeah, I mean, it's a long shot, I know.
See, I told you, you're gonna help me get through the level. I appreciate it.
Oh, happy to help. Happy to help.
All right, now that we're done with that hellish landscape, we get to fight Bowser, who is actually pretty tricky to throw. A lot of beginners in this game will honestly die on like first Bowser, and like speedrunners will laugh about it, and then all of a sudden they die on Bowser 1, man. I've seen it happen. It's really hard. But if you're really tilted, you can make it happen. All right, what are we at here? So we're about a minute and a half behind here. Whew. So we're gonna have to cruise if we're gonna make our estimate.
In addition to those two incentives that were just opened, we also opened bid wars for upcoming games. For Colin McRae Rally 2005, there's a car bid war to select which car the runner will use. And for Yoshi's Story, there is the Yoshi Color bid war, which I've been told is going to run throughout the game and will be able to be swapped in between levels as well. So keep your eyes on those. If the incentives don't, meet your taste, then put some of your donations towards those bid wars.
Okay, we did something right. That's what we needed. We need some momentum. I'm really happy at the very bare minimum that we get to showcase the fun route, because there is a lot more beginner friendly route which has a lot easier stars, quote unquote. The LBLJ route is pretty much just like it just pours on the difficulty.
Well, and this is just my personal perspective as well, as far as like when I got into watching speedrunning, but I feel like 16 star is kind of like the classic Mario 64 route that like a lot of people first saw Mario 64 speedrunning being done with.
Oh yeah, and I mean everybody that, ever got into speedrunning, I mean there's so many people that first saw BLJs and they're like, whoa, that's crazy. Like, I remember when I first saw BLJ, I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And like, even if it's not your favorite game and you don't play it a lot, even just taking that knowledge into other games and just realizing just how broken all these old games are, it just makes speedrunning so much more fun. Alright, so now we're headed down to the basement with only 4 stars, which, typically wouldn't be allowed, but we're cheating, so it's okay, we're gonna allow it. In Shifting Sandland, the next level, we have to do a trick called Pillarless, which is pretty tricky. I'm not doing the most advanced strat for it, so it should be more consistent. We shouldn't fail, quote unquote. But just starting the trick is an adventure in itself, so we'll see what we can do here. So we're gonna go ahead and blow up a bomb in our face because we can't do it, but that's alright. This backup's pretty fast. Try again. We're trying to grab the bomb pretty much the frame before it's exploding, or one of the frames before it explodes, which the way the game's programmed will give us a lot of backwards momentum.
And that makes perfect sense to me.
Can't explain it, not a scientist. Ah, also can't double jump. Alright, we got one more life, which means we can go one more time. We're not gonna game over, I promise. Okay. The most fun part about this route is you can just die at any time. Or just make a catastrophic mistake that just makes your run unsalvageable. I think that's part of the fun about running one of these short categories, though, is that everything is so optimized. Like, even if you're, like, a pretty new player, like, you're going to be playing, pretty close to your best that you can play. Whereas in, like, a 4-hour run or a 7-hour run, they have their own merits, but a lot of the times you have so much time save everywhere.
Ooh, I do have some excitement here. The final run for tonight is Final Fantasy IV, and the bid war is now open for the character names. Every single character can be renamed, and the highest bid will win each of those when it rolls around.
And I've almost forgotten that I died 2 or 3 times in Dark World. Maybe if I stop talking about it, we can all just pretend like this run is PvPace. We all try hard enough.
I don't even remember Dark World, so mission successful.
I'm actually kind of scared of this bully star. Normally you wouldn't be worried about your life count in 16 star, but unfortunately, we're at the point where I'm like, should I save here? Because not saving in this game, it doesn't save that much time, but like you can literally see like the frames that you're wasting every time you save. Like the game will hang up for a split second or two. And as you can see, I can't spare a split second or two. I think it's the biggest trap in all of speedrunning, continuing and not saving in Mario 64. It makes it incredibly likely for you to save and quit. You don't get to save your progress, which is obviously helpful. It's just, I don't know. Speedrunners are crazy. We'll do anything to save time, except for menu glitch. For some reason, we won't do menu glitch. Which is kind of strange, because everybody did continue and not save, even though like you end up wasting time or killing runs to it. But then a faster method is discovered and nobody cares.
What is menu glitch?
I don't know if it's called menu glitch. I don't know if it has a more official name, but basically like just you can hold certain directions when you're entering and leaving stages on the joystick, and depending on the star you're collecting, you can basically skip over scrolling down to continue not save, and it'll just automatically like select it. You just basically like instantly select the one you want and you like go. So it saves additional frames on top of continuing and not saving. I'm not sure if it like doubles it or if it's less, but Mario speedrunning. Pretty much nothing that we won't do to try to save 0.005 seconds. Alright, so we almost have 15 stars. So once we get 15 stars, that'll trigger the game to spawn Mips the rabbit in the basement. If we catch Mips, Mips gives us a star, but more importantly, we can use Mips to clip through geometry because this game was programmed in 1995. So that's pretty nice, pretty helpful.
It's the same principle as using that bomb to go through the top of the pyramid, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of ways you can get a lot of speed in this game. It's really convenient how early Nintendo games, they just gave you tons of speed, and walls are one-sided a lot of times, and it's just very convenient a lot of the ways they program the game. Not necessarily lazily, but just it doesn't matter at the time, I guess. They were more interested in putting out a good product than having it not break. And that's why OOT is broken. Did we have any OOT this marathon? I don't remember seeing any. OOT is epic.
No, the Zelda plug this marathon is Link to the Past randomizer. It's the finale, in fact.
Yeah, I did see that. It's pretty epic. Link to the Past and OT Rando are definitely two of the sickest like retro gaming communities on Twitch right now.
Oh, you know, Savage Wizrobe ran it on the first day of the marathon, OOT.
Oh?
Yeah, you and everybody else can go check it out on YouTube at Fastest Furs after the marathon's over.
Ah, okay. I tried to go for the swag strat, which is front sub, but now we're just gonna be embarrassed and fail the backup strat. So it is like swimming into geometry. Oh! Okay, one more try. Honestly, I should have gone for back sub, but I've been trying to get rid of back sub recently. So it's just muscle memory from not playing for a week. I'm not gonna lie, they barely let me in the back door. I honestly kind of snuck in. But I am glad to be here. I'm glad to be showcasing some Mario. I hope that everybody is enjoying it, even though I'm kind of having a Mario meltdown. Ah, come on, give it to me. Yes, thank you. Okay. Fine. Maybe. No. No. So what we did there was a trick called pole glitch. We got it on the backup, which wasn't good enough that time, unfortunately. Makes the cycle incredibly tight. Oh, what is happening? How am I still on here? But basically, it's a really unnecessary multi-frame perfect movement at the beginning of Fire C, which lets you instantly warp up to the top of the pole, which obviously saves a small amount of time, but the consistency is really low, and if you fail it, you basically can't get early cycle, which loses like, I think it's like 8 to 11 seconds or something like that. Which in 16 star, when you're going for a PB, 8 to 12 seconds is a lot of time. Believe it or not. Alright, so here is the best part of the run, everybody's favorite. I was holding a direction. I plugged in. It should be good enough. One of the most cursed things about SM64 speedrunning is having to switch your controller on Bowser tosses. You can tilt your cartridge, plug in your controller holding a direction, and Mario's stuck running one direction. You can't run full speed. All sorts of great things.
I didn't realize that people switched the controller on that.
Yeah, the N64 controller grinds to dust if you spin it, so people use third-party controllers to spin Bowser. Come on, redemption, give me it. Come on. Ah. There's almost defeated me. We stayed strong. Alright, I believe we can beat the estimate. I wasn't believing for a little bit because it was looking pretty grim, but I think we got to go for standing left side. There's no way.
I believe. L is real.
Got to go for the baby strats to save the time. Falling down in the middle of the sky is just way too much time loss. So a decent throw of Bowser throws is like 45 seconds-ish to grabbing the star, so we'll see. We'll see. Still get that juicy sub 20. I just gotta get good throws. Gotta get 3 throws. fine. Would not have been fine if we died. Okay. All right. Come on. Oh, I missed. No. No. It's still fine. At least on my timer, it's fine. Alright, I don't know what you guys got, but it's tight for me. Oh man, I don't think I got it.
It's feeling tense.
No. Oh man. Did you guys cheat for me? No, you didn't cheat for me. Dang it.
We're not advanced enough. I'm so sorry.
That's okay, it's okay. We died like 3 times in Dark World and we still got an almost sub 20, so I'm not mad. And we wasted time in DDD. And it was for a great cause, so. Very epic and cool.
Well, thank you for coming and showing us this classic route, 16 star on such short notice. You know, for the chat who maybe don't know this, you didn't know you were running this for this marathon until like an hour before you ran it. Just so everybody knows, that's how this went down.
Yeah, I haven't played all week either, but it's okay because we warmed up by dying in Dark World 2 times. I'm happy we got LBLJ. Not getting LBLJ in a marathon run or in a like no reset race or something is heart crushing. It's like you tried to swag out and you failed, but so we swagged out and we succeeded. We didn't game over. It's always a good sign. And the chat was hella supportive. I appreciate that. Are we in a rush to get to the next run, or can I shout out the community a little bit when we do this?
Oh, hit it!
Oh man, we're not watching the SM64 outro, the best outro in the history of the world. It's okay, it's okay. Are we still on?
Oh yeah.
I don't know what you know. Okay, shout outs to the SM64 community. If you've ever been interested in running a speed game, there's very excellent documentation in the SM64 community. If you want to join the Discord, just visit the page on SRC. You can find the Discord, you can find all the guides. There's 1,000,001 people in the Discord that will help you. Don't let the trolls get to you. There's probably like 10,000 people in that Discord or more, so if you go in there and ask a question and you get a 12-year-old, just ignore them. You'll be helped by a useful person at some point. But yeah, I just want to let everybody know that SM64 community, amazing. There's always runners online. It's pretty much the only community that I would like undeniably just like stand behind forever. Just one of the most like blessed communities I've ever been a part of. Estimate 2100, exactly. Thank you very much. That helps my ego. I think that's all I have though. Just wanted to shout out this game and the community and welcome anybody who I will literally personally coach you if you come to my stream and you ask me for help. Like that's how much we need players. There's 1,000,001 tournaments and epic events to join. It's just a good time.
Well, thank you again for coming and showing us such a good route here.
The Glemic is still around, honestly.